They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Prescott. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Saints, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Steelers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Second and short now following the fumble. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game with the for the quarterback. Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down in distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Prescott off play action. Looking left side him, he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. They did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. That's complete to Troutman right side. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Kamara. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working. Jarvis Landry. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just standing.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it? Taking care of the football. He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free. Turk.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On third down, it's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alley.
At scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
4 yards remain for second down.
Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Cameron Bynum.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Tannehill's throw caught by Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tannehill throwing again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
On play action, Prescott. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Prescott on first down. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Prescott yet again. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete there to Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Thielen, 35 yards.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
63 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right.
Tannehill intercepted again. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
They'll run out of the gun, and he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Here's Tannehill. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point now by Boswell. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Prescott again.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Finding space at the 40.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Buying time to his left.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown!
Pat Freiermuth
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tannehill on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like... And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times? It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen. Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Throwing Tannehill.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Tannehill to throw.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Tannehill. It's complete. Kamara.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short.
Now Tannehill. Able to find Thielen.
And he's got room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Tannehill.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep now for Landry.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Prescott. That's to Freiermuth.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Now Prescott.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime.
Oh, the return is Callaway.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching us.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That swung out wide to Harris.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back. Prescott. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Prescott on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw into the hands of Pickens. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Now Dak. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Steelers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles